Travis, and I'll say, yo, what up? How's it going, man?
Pretty good. How you doing?
I'm well. I'm quite well. So it looks like we're doing All Might 1 Under Earth. Huh. How interesting. We're doing a deck doctor, so hit me with the elevator pitch. What's going on with this Earth All Might 1?
That's probably a little bit more on the fun side than it is the competitive side. It's falling under the almost a good deck for me. But the game plan is basically to load up momentum with Detroit Smash and Howitzer Impact Cyclone.
Right.
And then use Cyclone's combo effect, or no, the not combo effect. Well, a combo effect that just gives you another free momentum, but the not combo effect to hopefully draw a butt ton of cards and then hit somebody with a merciless rush that's unblockable and stupid powerful from All Might.
That makes sense to me. that certainly makes sense to me. I'm doing just a little bit of looking, little more looking. So yeah, there's the obvious play of Detroit Smash into Howitzer Impact Cyclone. Did you get this list from Pippa from Vegas? She ended up going 4-4, something like that. She went like first 4 rounds like undefeated, and then went on stream and got crushed.
No, I did not.
So this is from you, because I saw a little bit of her list and it was neato. It was very, very cool. But we'll see what we can do about making this truly your own. Okay. So obviously the main play is Detroit into Impact, right? And then what about the foundations? What do you like? What do you not like about what's going on here?
Nothing in there I don't like. I was running 4 when I first put it together. I was running 4 of the self propulsions.
Okay.
And then found that as I was burning them and throwing them into the momentum, it was actually could be detrimental to me to just sit there and have foundations that are getting thrown away as I'm trying to string out a series of attacks, and I end up being short 1 or 2 to try and finish off a string, and wouldn't have been if I hadn't thrown self-propulsion up into momentum.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think this card is really, really greedy. It's actually insane whenever you hit with one of these things first and then swing, or like go from Detroit Smash to Detroit Smash, but like playing a 6th diff and a 7th diff and losing a ready foundation. If this card was playable while committed, I think I would love the card. But the fact that I have to
100%.
lose the resource, a readied resource, I personally don't like this card even a little bit. It's actually the first card that I want to cut out of your deck.
I wouldn't have any hurt feelings about it. It's a double-edged sword. Sometimes it's a really good thing, but yeah, if I'm only sitting at 5 foundations and I go start going for the kill, throwing that up into momentum can really kind of put me in a bind.
Makes sense to me. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and let's talk about the cards that we have in our sideboard. First and foremost, let's talk about attacks. I think the only attack that you're missing is, where's your 4th Detroit Smash, my guy? If you're gonna go big, let's go big. You on 4 this one?
I do.
Okay, let's play 4. This card's nuts. This card's crazy. This card, I mean, why are we playing All Might 1? Why this All Might and not any other All Might? Just because he has the Earth symbol?
Well, it's because of his commit and give the attack powerful for the number of cards in hand, and using Howitzer Cyclone to draw a bunch of cards, his face to draw a bunch of cards, Detroit to draw a bunch of cards.
Then let's draw more cards. I'm into it. Let's draw as many cards as possible. I think just playing this card at the 4 of is nuts. I think I would play 4 Smash, 4 Impact Cyclone every day of the week. It's so incredibly good. It's just so good. Even just run the 23. Maybe if you are demanding that we make some cuts, we could cut Merciless Rush down to a 3 of, and feel fine about it, and still have the 22 attacks. I get that I took out a low block to put in a high block, but I think you'll be okay. We got 4 high blocks, 4 here, and then 3 here, 3 here, 4 here, 4 here, 4 here. Like this is just like really even block zone spread. And this card can win all by its lonesome, right? Like, this is icing on the cake. Detroit Smash just wins the games. It just does. As soon as you poke them with anything, Haymaker from the previous turn, you could steal a momentum off of Rush into Cyclone. It's just crazy. It's just so good. So I am this card has to be a 4 of. It just has to. I demand it.
Fair
And
enough.
at this point, this is my deck. This is my name here, and so we're playing for Detroit Smash. Let's talk about the assets actions. Fact you're not playing any assets is correct. Actions. Sugar Rush power up? Question mark. What's going on here? This is cool.
For one of the main reasons it's in there is for the damage reduction, being able to flip a foundation if I needed to stop them from reducing the damage on my kill turn.
Yeah, I love that.
Then, if I don't need to do that, it's still just a power up and speed boost for an attack, and it's a 1 high block, and it's a 5 check. So it just kind of seems all around a good card.
I dig it. I think this is a really cool addition. This is a card that I would not have thought of to put in the deck, and like eventually I will be playing All Might 1 Under Earth, and this looks really, really cool. This looks really neat. And then Plus Ultra makes sense. Probably have 1 more on the sideboard. You probably could get away with it not mainboarding this card if you really, really wanted to, but I like Plus Ultra in the main board, especially with abilities to Detroit Smash and then make something really fast later.
Right.
Onto the foundations. I tossed a couple things in the sideboard. First and foremost, new training method. Not in the deck. Go ahead.
I wanted it in there, and then I was looking at my high block foundations, and I kept trying to figure out what I was going to cut out of my high block foundations to put training method in.
Yeah, probably just Harden. This card doesn't really do anything on the board. Whereas this card says that I selectively get to pick up a resource while on the board, and it also has a good response when I play it to just slam down a pull no punches out of my hand for free. Frizzle.
Turn 1. Yeah, turn 1.
Yeah.
Have that, pull no punches in hand and new training method build out and be able to respond and just slap down and pull no punches. I don't not disagree.
Yeah. The other thing that we're missing, and I didn't put it in the sideboard because I suck, is ready, get set, go. As a 5 hand size character going second, this card can be a little tough to pull off. So I'll just put 1 in the sideboard. It's just like it's good enough for you to know it exists. But as your opponent starts to like play out more foundations, like just slamming 2 foundations down on your turn 1 as a 5-hander, and then drawing up to your hand size, and then drawing 3 bonus cards, it feels really, really good. And it says that you get to really leverage that 30 health exceptionally well. Learning Standard, I think, is a beautiful sideboard card. I think that you have to have this just so that you just don't get blown out on turn 2 most times. Apathetic should be a 4 of. It needs to be a 4 of. Exclusively, because if you thought Sugar Rush Power Up was good, this card flips any card. It's probably what I want to take your self-propulsions out for. I think that self-propulsion...
And that's a high for a high.
It's a high for a high. Yeah. So I'm gonna cut this down to a 0. We're gonna put Apathetic in at a 4, and then we'll see what's up. Boom, crushed it. I'm gonna go ahead and take out these Hardens as well. Harden's gonna go down to 0. New Training's gonna go in at 2. I don't think I took it out. It's at 0. Okay. Up next, we got Super Rejuvenation and Someone with Style as the last 2 foundations. Super Rejuvenation feels really good if you are down to like face tank some stuff, but like it probably takes in the slot of new training method. But I like training method more because like I want to be more aggressive, whereas this card is just like more defensive. And Someone with Style says that if I check a little poor on my kill turn, I have a bonus foundation. It turns this 2 check into a 3 check, turns this 3 check into a 4 check, and that is like just good enough. And that's for X copies of Someone with Style that I have.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know what to take out at this point for this card, just because our high block count is so high. But there is that. So now let's talk about there's our high blocks, right? Like our high blocks are just damn good here. Let's talk about the low blocks in the deck. You're So Obvious, Manly Passionate Guy, Forcing Surrender, High Value Target. You're So Obvious main boarded. What's up with that?
I've just found it's good all the way around, whether someone's trying to reduce speed, or if I'm trying to pump speed on my own attacks, or if I'm going up against any kind of a matchup against somebody that's running punches.
Yeah.
It just seems like it always has a use. But again, it's kind of like propulsion of I've got to blow something up to get there.
And then how much am I hero?
That was in there for fun, for adding more cards to my hand. If I'm taking an attack, it comes through unblocked, I can respond with it to draw a card.
Yeah. I love that. My personal opinion is I want to cut Homage altogether. I think it is not that good of a card because we're losing the bottom enhance. We just don't build sans Haymaker. Haymaker is the only card in our deck that builds on our turn, because new training method, like, we can't build it in the middle of our turn, right, to like get the bonus build or whatever. Like, it just doesn't happen. And so like it's just 2/5/3 low response commit if I'm dealt damage by an unblocked attack, draw a card. It doesn't really do anything else. And so what I want to do is I want to cut it down to a 0. It's a neat card, doesn't belong in this deck. We're going to put mainly Passionate Guy up to a 4 of, because the strongest thing we can do as All Might is block and build on our opponent's turn. And I want to put Forcing Surrender up to a 3 of, because we are playing combo. We are not allowed to have a face down card in our card pool. We're just not allowed to. Face Shield is a card that exists. Moneta is a card that exists. We are playing a combo-centric deck. We have to have this card be as live as possible, and I demand you have the 4th one in your sideboard. If I could get away with having the 4th in the main board, like I would put your Solvius down to a 1 of and put Forcing Surrender in. But you like this card, and so that's going to be a hard sell, and I'm down to keep it at a 2 of in here for you.
Okay.
Yeah. And then my last one, as we go and we look at our mid blocks, right? Resistance is great. Type Lift is great. Battle Resolve is great. Internship is best genus? Question mark.
It was a 0 cost foundation, so it played in off of the back alley Haymakers.
Mm-hmm.
And I can All Might response with it to flip one.
Fair. I think with the 12 targets you have with Battle Resolve, Tight Lipped, and it can't be fixed, I think Detroit Smash Back Alley Haymaker is going to have plenty of targets. I would be highly surprised if it doesn't. I think Internship with Best Genus actually should just be 2 more resistance. 1, to stop stun so that you can actually block things, and 2, just to reduce damage. This card just feels really good. And then probably, we're at 50 or 65 here. Let's just cut the other 2. Or the other option is we could just cut this all together. We could just cut these 4 cards and drop us down to 61 cards with 22 attacks. We're going to be swinging hard and fast. I don't think that we need this best internship. I just don't think we need it.
Okay.
Yeah. And you're gonna find your attacks. You're gonna find, if the goal is Detroit, then Howitzer. You're gonna find it just 4 cards a little quicker. Yeah, and I think this is the list, my guy. I think this list is really cool. What are your thoughts?
Well, grip it and rip it. It seems like it. Like I said, it teeters on being almost good the way I've been playing it, but It just seemed like it was missing just something to kind of take it up to the next notch.
Yeah, I dig it. I'm very, very excited to try this list. I am happy that you have shown it to me, and I'm happy that I officially have one saved on my UVS Ultra page. Yeah, I don't know what a sideboard looks like. I know Pippo's doing some crazy stuff, like sideboarding is Ida 2, and so I don't know. Do you know who Pippa is?
I do not.
She is a mod in my Twitch chat as well as my Discord. She is Pippa, Tam, and Levi's secretary. I think that's her name. But I'm sure she would love to chat you up about All Might 1 Under Earth. It's kind of been her pet deck for set 2.
She wasn't the one Bromley was trying to get raid your stream and sing happy birthday, was she?
I don't know. I don't think so. I think that might have been Nil.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Okay.
Yeah. Is Alexa talking to you?
Yeah, I don't know why she thinks somebody's talking to her. She's apparently something sounded like her name.
Fair enough. All right, man. One last time, anything you disagree with about the deck?
No, like I said, I appreciate you kind of taking a look at it, and I'll drop it into TTS and run it through a few paces and just see how it plays.
I'm excited. Give me some feedback on the All Might page in the Discord.
Will do.
All right. Peace, brother. We'll catch you next time.
Thanks.